Hello and welcome to another video on ENZ Travels, and today I'm going to be flying on Jetstar on their inaugural service from Canberra to Melbourne. Now before I start this video, I just want to make a quick disclaimer. This video is in no way using my post-employment Qantas Group benefits, and my previous employment with Qantas Group has no bearing on any of my opinions in this video. With that out of the way, I'm here at Canberra Airport. It is, as usual when I fly, a miserable day here. I believe a pretty miserable day in Melbourne. We're going to head into the terminal and yeah, fly to Melbourne on a Jetstar. So I'm inside the terminal now. I've gotten through security. It was a bit of a shambles this morning, and I'm not going to blame it on match fit travellers or not match fit travellers. I'm going to blame it on the security guards that aren't match fit. I come through Canberra Airport a lot, obviously living in Canberra, and sometimes they tell me to take my jacket off. So the next time I take my jacket off early, and then the next time they tell me to put it on. So I leave it on next time, and then of course today I leave it on and they tell me to take it off. So they really need to make up their mind. It's incredibly frustrating. Anyway, Jetstar's running a little bit behind today due to, I assume, the weather in Melbourne, and it appears that we'll be a touch late. It also appears there won't be much fanfare for the inaugural flight. Jetstar operates a fleet of 58 Airbus A320s, the backbone of their fleet. They also operate 6 slightly larger Airbus A321s, as well as 11 Boeing 787 Dreamliners for long-haul flying. Taking us to Melbourne today was this A320 registered VH-VQH, delivered brand new to Jetstar in May of 2006, making it just over 16 years old. It is one of the oldest Airbus A320s in the Jetstar fleet. Jetstar currently operates 2 configurations of the Airbus A320. This particular aircraft is configured with 186 seats. Other aircraft have 180. 186 is the maximum passenger count that an A320 can carry. Boarding today for this near full flight was via the front door only and by row number, and given the fact no one could understand what was being said on the PA, it was an absolute shambles, but after some time finally made it on board.
Hello, welcome.
How's it going?
Thank you.
Thank you. When booking this flight, I selected seat 2F at the front of the aircraft. This seat costs approximately $13 for selection. The seat is quite basic. There's a magazine box at the top and a small seat pocket below for your personal belongings. Legroom, however, was quite generous, which I was surprised about. There's a large tray table which slides back and forth, and in the magazine box you will find the Jetstar safety card and the onboard menu, as well as an air sickness bag. There is the standard A320 overhead panel, a recline button on the armrest. I'll leave you now to enjoy our very late and very wet takeoff from Canberra, and we'll see what else Jetstar had on offer on board this inaugural flight with very little fanfare. As we climb out of Canberra, let's have a chat about the Jetstar fare. I bought this ticket on sale, and Jetstar is currently offering another sale, but I do believe fares from Canberra to Melbourne, when not on sale, start around the $80 mark. Now that is a basic fare and only includes 7 kilos of carry-on baggage. If you want to add checked-in baggage, that's another $24, and that will give you 20 kilos. And if you don't want to be stuck in a middle seat, that's another $7 to $18 for seat selection, depending on your preference. By now, you've exceeded the entry-level Rex fare, which is all-inclusive at $99. You may have also exceeded the ever-fluctuating all-inclusive Virgin Australia Choice fare. Depending on the day, Qantas is also offering fares as low as $149. So it's really important to make sure you shop around when buying a Jetstar flight if you need inclusions such as checked-in luggage. Our flight today took us south off Canberra's runway 17, performing some holds over the Victorian ski fields before landing in Melbourne on runway 27. Cruising today at 34,000 feet with a final flight time of 1 hour and 8 minutes. When booking your Jetstar flight, you do have the option to book meals online in advance, and today I did opt for a bundle for $12. If you want to have a look at the menu, pause now and check it out. The bundle I pre-booked was for the ham and cheese toastie with my choice of a hot drink. This cost $12. Unfortunately, the toastie wasn't available on today's flight. However, I was served with an alternative, and it was this sandwich, which, whilst it's not something I would generally pick to eat, was incredibly fresh and actually quite tasty. The coffee, not so much.
On behalf of Captain Rob Miles, Cabin Manager Donna, and her wonderful crew, welcome aboard Jetstar Flight 655, our inaugural service from Canberra to Melbourne. Thanks very much for joining us today. It's a real pleasure having you on board. Firstly, apologies for the delay in our departure. Unfortunately, we did encounter a slight delay in a previous service, which did carry on to this service. Disappointingly, unfortunately, we're coming into a busy time at Melbourne Airport, and as a result of traffic congestion, we have been asked to slow down. At this stage, we've been given roughly a 23-minute delay, and we should be touching down just after 12 p.m. The weather conditions in Melbourne at the moment, the southerly breeze about 10 kilometres an hour, partly cloudy, and temperature currently 10 degrees, going for a top of 13. To help lose some of that time, we will be entering holding pattern in the next couple of minutes. And if there are any other changes to that landing time, if there is further delay, I will get back to you. Once again, apologies for this delay, both in the departure and the arrival. So I think I said just after 12 p.m. It's actually we'll be landing just after 1 p.m. Melbourne time, and disembarking shortly after that. On behalf of Captain Miles and the team, once again, thanks for joining us today. Looking forward to seeing you again soon. Hope you all have a wonderful night at home.
Having completed our hold, it was now time to descend into a very miserable Melbourne. The flight today was delayed leaving and then once again airborne, and landing in Melbourne was delayed by 45 minutes. The crew on board were incredibly friendly throughout the flight, and whilst it was disappointing that the ham and cheese toastie which I pre-booked was not available on the flight, the alternative provided was really nice. The seat was the biggest surprise of the flight. With a configuration of 186 seats, I was not expecting it to be overly comfortable. However, the slimline design of the seats means there is still more than sufficient legroom, and made for quite a comfortable flight. Stick around after landing whilst I run you through a quick budget-friendly way to get to the Melbourne CBD from Melbourne Tullamarine Airport. Okay, so I've just arrived at Melbourne's Terminal 4 off the Jetstar flight from Canberra. Jetstar operate all their flights from here. And now I'm going to show you how you can beat the Skybus surcharge and get to Melbourne CBD cheaply. Okay, so if you are travelling to the Melbourne CBD from the airport, Skybus is definitely the quickest option, and it costs around $18, so it's not overly expensive either. But if you're a cheapskate, and I guess just sticking with the theme of the fact we've travelled Jetstar today, there is another way to get to the Melbourne CBD, which I'm about to show you. The first thing you'll need is a MyKey card, which you can purchase from the vending machines inside the terminal. Well, this will be fun. Looks like the car park's been evacuated where the bus leaves from, but we'll see what happens. But you need to come to the bottom of the T4 car park, and that's where we'll start our journey to the city. Once you're in the car park, you'll need to get to bus stand 17 and catch the 901 towards Frankston. Once you're on the bus, you're going to need to go to Broadmeadows train station, which is about 10 to 15 minutes from the airport depending on traffic. There you'll connect to a train towards the Melbourne CBD. Despite the fact this bus does say it goes to Frankston, it takes 5 hours. I would not recommend getting this bus to Frankston. I'm now at Broadmeadows train station, and regrettably the connection time was 19 minutes. So I'm now here at Broadmeadows station, and I'm waiting for a train to Flinders Street, which should be along in approximately 10 minutes time. Fortunately, it wasn't the best connection from the bus today, but we will still get there, and a bit cheaper than Skybus. And here is our all stations train to Flinders Street in the Melbourne CBD. Whilst it was a bit of a wait, it was still not too bad.
This is the service to Flinders Street, stopping off.
Now, despite saying I was going to go to Flinders Street, I did choose to get off at Southern Cross Station, where the Skybus arrives. It took me about an hour and 5 minutes, bearing in mind the Skybus takes 20 to 30 minutes. Okay, so I'm now at Melbourne Southern Cross Station. I've just arrived. That journey took an hour and 6 minutes from the airport, and it cost me about $8 as opposed to $18 you pay on Skybus. So you've saved yourself $10 if you choose to do that. If you've liked this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe for more content like this, and we'll be back next week, Monday, 5 PM Australian Eastern Standard Time with another video.